Welcome to Crystal's Kitchen, live. Actually, we have a few people here. Could you do a span of our audience here today? Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be making a healthy chicken fried rice today. So my awesome camera woman, Jamie, is going to do this. Hi, Jamie, from start to finish. So Jamie, if you want to, can you see what's going on? So we've got our cookware already going. We're getting ready. We're going to show you guys this from start to finish, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of coconut oil in my pan. And am I really measuring it? No, not really. Just throwing it in there. And I might add some more. You guys might watch me add more. So can you see the array of vegetables and what we got going on here? How are we doing? Good. So first thing we're going to throw in the pan is we're going to do a little bit of green onion. Not everybody loves green onion, but we're making chicken fried rice, and there's something about chicken fried rice that I think we got to do some scallions and some green onions. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Are you guys getting excited to actually sample this recipe? Because the reason I created it, is, okay, there you go, cool. The reason I love making new and improved recipes is because I love the unhealthy version of chicken fried rice in the restaurants. How many of you guys like that? Does anybody watching right now want to chime in about that they like unhealthy chicken fried rice too? Do we have any viewers yet?
Yes.
Who do we have watching?
We have Chrissy Napolitano Hopkinson.
Yeah, hi Chrissy. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in.
We have Brigida Mascolo Alonso.
Oh yeah, Bridge. Hi Bridge. I'm gonna see you guys in Vegas. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in. Okay, so I'm chopping up some carrots. Healthy chicken fried rice. We've got green onions in the pan, and we're gonna add some carrots right now. We like crunch. We're making a healthy version. Does anybody have any questions so far?
Looking good.
All right, perfect. Can everybody see what we got going on in the pan? Maybe you want to come around, Jamie, and show them the pan so they can see what's going on. Maybe they can even hear the sizzle. Can we hear the sizzle? A little bit. Awesome. So some of you guys tuned in. I know sometimes you can hear me, but you can't see me. You turned into live last week. We made a couple of different recipes. And today my group here in my home is getting a few new recipes we didn't do last week. This one in particular, the healthy fried rice, and I'm excited to have them sample this one. I wish all of you that were watching on live could sample it, but unfortunately that's not possible. But what is possible and what's really cool is that you're watching this live and you're going to be able to take notes, and you can duplicate this at home on your own. And you can give me feedback later of how it tasted for you and how your family loved it. So sometimes if you're looking for a quick, easy recipe, that you're still looking to do your proteins, your carbs, your fats, your veggies, and you want something simple and out of the box, that's where this comes in. A different flavor, a different variety of the combination of the same foods. Would you guys agree? So I've learned to just do a medley of doing these things different, okay? And so carrots, green onions, now bok choy. I already rinsed this and have this ready to go. Why I love bok choy is I like the crunch of it. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever used bok choy before, but I like the flavor of it. It's in the cabbage family. And some people say, does it really taste? I don't know if it really tastes. I don't really think it has a distinct taste. Does any of you guys have eaten bok choy? Do you feel like it has a distinct taste?
No, it's more texture.
More texture. Okay, so crunchy. Any questions from our live feed at all, Jamie?
I don't think there's questions, but there's a lot of people loving this.
Okay, fantastic. Hi guys, I'm so glad that you tuned in. Thank you for watching. I wish you could all fit into my kitchen and be here with me, because so many of you that are watching, I know I've worked with as clients, and you guys love following the recipes, and some of you I'm going to see next week in Vegas, which I'm very excited about. But thank you for taking the time on your Saturday to tune into this, and everybody that's here today that took the time out of their day to come and physically be here. And maybe as I'm getting this all ready in the pan, let's ask, what was the reason that some of you guys came today? Anybody care to share why you came to Crystal's Kitchen today? We got people eating right here and already sampling stuff, but anybody care to share?
My wife tells me I'm a terrible cook.
What's that?
My wife says I'm a terrible cook.
Uh-oh, but your wife is here right now.
I'm terrible too.
Oh, you're terrible too. So you guys came today for what reason?
Just better time and preparation. Just learn how to be more efficient cooking.
Sweet. So to get more inspired, be more efficient in the kitchen. Are you already learning this? Oh, it blurts out a little bit. That's okay. Hey, let's show our audience that in the oven, they might have saw last week, we actually have some roasted sweet potatoes going on. We have some roasted veggies going in, and those have been in for about 20 minutes. We're multitasking in Crystal's kitchen. Thank you. Look at that. Doesn't it look beautiful? So you hear the sizzle? Woohoo! Not me sizzle, the food sizzle. Okay, fantastic. So a couple more steps. So for our audience that's watching, what's going on? Vegetables are sauteing down. There's a little bit of coconut oil in there. I can throw a little bit of salt and pepper so everybody can see how I cook. Did I measure everything? No. Do I just go off a feel? Yeah, a lot of times. Are you guys getting excited to sample this food?
Yeah.
When it's ready? Yeah.
So you added the stem on the box, right?
Yes, the stem. So she asked, did I add the stem? So the white part and the leaf. I'm using gold, as you guys can see, which is awesome. So I'm bringing my cookware over here so you guys can see what's going on. So stem is the white part, what'll be crunchy. Think of like celery, and the leaf we've got in here. So far we've got green onion sauteed down, about 2 stalks. We've got a carrot and a half or so. And we've got a couple of leaves and stem of the bok choy. Now, I have brown rice cooking in my rice cooker, but prepping ahead for you guys, I have some brown rice ready to go. We're gonna use brown rice for this healthy chicken fried rice recipe, because we know in the restaurants, they're using white rice. White rice, there's no nutritional value, but does it taste good? Yeah. Am I gonna probably eat fried rice at a restaurant again? Yes, probably. But when I can make it at home and I can duplicate it and make it taste good, it's pretty awesome, okay? So we've got a couple things going. Our veggies are sauteing down. I've got some chicken I already diced up, salt and pepper. I kept it very simple, you guys. Very, very simple. But right now I'm gonna stage myself for the next step, okay? Those veggies are cooking down. And in just a minute, I'm gonna transfer those veggies to a bowl. We're gonna put all this together, but they're still cooking down. We're gonna let them do that. We're gonna prep for our next step. So chicken, salt and pepper, very simple. You can, dice it up and have it ready to go. Everybody's gonna be able to sample this. Ginger. We're gonna add that little ginger flair to our fried rice so we have that unique flavor that the restaurants have. Yes, this is my fridge with all kinds of stuff I'm gonna bring out and show you guys. Bragg's liquid aminos, we're gonna use those because that kind of replaces our soy sauce, and we're gonna give it that flavor. My ginger root, I'm gonna shave off some ginger root, and I'm gonna shave it off into the recipe. Yeah, so right now I'm just taking off some skin. Love this little mini grater. This is what we're gonna use in just a moment for our ginger and all of that. And then we're gonna take it to the next step. How's everybody doing? Oh, we got a question.
For the liquid aminos, it's much lower in sodium, correct?
Yes, much lower in sodium if you compare labels than in the store. So much lower in sodium, but still has that same flair and that same kick. Yeah, awesome, great question. Any other questions from our viewers? Not yet? How's our viewers doing? We've got people asking any questions?
What if his diet is already super high in fiber and he loves sticky rice?
Uh-oh. You love sticky rice? Well, I would say white sticky rice can be used in the nutrition plan on occasion if you're carb loading. How's that? There's certain places. What's that?
I like carb loading.
Yeah, carb loading is fun and good.
I do that often.
Most people do. What are we carb loading with? The donuts, the donut bar, what's the other place? The ice cream sandwich place in PV, what's it called?
Baked Bear.
Baked Bear, that's carb loading. Okay, so our veggies, we're just gonna transfer them real quick because we're gonna throw them back in here, but we're using our pan just to now to quickly, we're gonna saute our chicken. How's everybody doing? Is everybody following still? Everybody taking some notes and writing some recipes down? If any of my viewers online want this recipe written and they're not writing it currently, let's say they're driving in their car and watching me. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not driving. They're sitting watching. They're paying full attention. Whatever you're doing, if you need the recipe, message me. Message me on Facebook. Let me know. Make a note in the comment that you want the recipe, and I'm happy to get it to you. I can email it to you or send it to you. Chicken, we're just gonna literally throw. Jamie, you wanna check this out and bring that on over here so they can see? Some of my chicken is already, oh, sorry, let me get out of the way.
How many minutes did you rest the veggies?
You know, I didn't pay attention, but probably I would say maybe 5, how long have we been live? 5, 7 minutes? Maybe 8 minutes for the veggies. Okay, we got the chicken going. I'm doing the chicken a little bit higher temperature. Do we see what we got going on? It's already salt and peppered. And we're gonna throw a little ginger in. Everybody following so far? Little ginger root. Again, this can be discretional how much ginger root you want to use. Some people like more ginger flavor than others. So, you know, whatever works for you. Chicken, some ginger. Oh my gosh, can you smell it? Can they smell it? There's no smell vision. We don't have taste vision or smell vision, but it smells good. Can you guys smell it? Smells good. Awesome. Okay.
How long does ginger last?
Another question. I'm not sure. I buy it weekly, I think. Yeah, I buy it weekly. Question was, how long does ginger last? Not forever. It goes, it should be fairly crisp. I'm cutting up a few more green onions and scallions because I'm going to use these kind of as a garnish on the top, unless somebody doesn't want them. And we're almost to completion. How's everyone doing so far?
Perfect.
Sweet. Okay, chicken should be cooking down. Any other questions for us, Jamie?
Yes.
Okay.
Average time to cook veggies so not to overcook.
Say it one more time.
The average time to cook the vegetables so not to overcook them.
You know, again, it's a consistency thing for people. I would say kind of monitor them, maybe 7 minutes. If you want them cooked longer and softer, maybe closer to 9. I would say 7 to 9 is a good window.
And how about, what's the prime way to cook them so they get the max nutrition?
Well, you know, that gets tricky with veggies because raw veggies, we're going to get our max nutrition. We don't want to overcook our veggies. So when we're cooking food instead of doing raw foods, that's a whole other topic. You still want your vegetables to have a bright color. Would you agree? So do our veggies still have a bright color? Yeah. So we still want our veggies to have a fairly bright color. So that would be a good indicator. And you notice the greens started to wilt down. So we could even throw in more greens to keep those greens vibrant and full of the nutrients. Our chicken is almost done here, which means we want to go beyond it being pink. Okay. Do you see how this resembles more in a restaurant? Like the smaller pieces of chicken. Notice we're not doing huge chicken breasts. We already diced this up and we're blending in that the ginger in it. Right? Can you guys all see that? Can the audience see? Perfect. Perfect. We're almost there. Okay, so what the next step is, why this is on its last 1 minute, how's our live audience doing, Jamie? Good?
Looks good.
Fantastic. We're going to get ready to throw the brown rice in, and then what's one of the components that if we wanted to think about a restaurant that is the chicken fried rice? What's the component?
Egg.
Egg. Perfect. We need to put the egg in. So we're going to get some organic eggs out of the fridge. Got our organic eggs. And I'm going to prep this and get this ready to go because everything happens when you're doing recipes simultaneously. We got a lot going on, right? Everybody's doing good so far following us?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
2, right?
What's that?
2?
I'm doing 2 in this recipe. This is enough to kind of feed you guys. I'm looking around to see everything. I'm just going to slightly scramble it, okay? Ready to go. I'm also going to throw in my brown rice, okay? With my chicken right now. And then we're going to add the veggies back in last. So we're kind of building upon this. So I'm going to throw in some rice. I'm going to throw this whole thing. This is probably close to 2 cups. It's going to be a medley. If this is somebody that's trying to do an exact amount of rice, an exact amount, this is kind of tricky with your macros. But if you're cooking for one person and you kind of know your quantity, you could certainly, you know, just do portion control of your chicken fried rice. If you needed to add more protein, more chicken, you could do that. But this is kind of, think of cooking for a family, or you're not so specific on your macros, but you want some flavor. I'm throwing the rice in, okay? Rice just went in. How's everybody doing? Good, good. I'm gonna add a little bit more coconut oil. This again is where if we're thinking of macros and if we're overdoing it in the fats or anything along those lines, if you're really watching that, but if you're outside of it, this is lifestyle, and you guys are just wanting to eat some foods that have some flavor, I'm telling you, this is really good. It's one of my favorite recipes. Hey, Rick, could you see yourself eating this? And could you see yourself figuring out your macros and portioning it out if you needed to? Yep, perfect. So he can figure out how to do that. What about you, Jamie? You've done macros and stuff before. So what's your thought on this?
I could do it.
Yep, doable. Okay, so brown rice is in there with the chicken. We got a little more coconut oil. I'm gonna add a little bit of Bragg's liquid aminos, just sprinkle some in. If I was to measure that, that probably would have been a tablespoon and a half or so. Would you guys say, just as far as watching that? We're gonna add our egg in, our 2 eggs scrambled, okay? That's going in. Then we're gonna add our veggies back in. Hey Jamie, any other questions? Hi you guys, everybody that's tuned in to live. I wish I could see all of you guys, because you guys see me, and I just have too much fun doing this, but I want to thank you for tuning in and watching me, because when I go back and watch the videos, I laugh at myself, and it's just hilarious, but I have such a good time, because I really love to share with all of you guys what's going on in my kitchen, and what I've done with all these foods to make them taste good, and most importantly, to feed you guys. So I wish all of you that were on there, I could feed you, because I really love to do that. I love to cook, and I love to feed people. So I'm really excited to have you guys sample this when it's done, and it's almost done. Any other questions, Jamie?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Are people waiting for the final product?
I think so.
Okay, sweet. So they can kind of see what we got going on. Eggs cooking down. We're gonna add the veggies back in. There's just that temperature range that we changed it to go a little higher. So this starts to look like a restaurant chicken fried rice, right? Now, sometimes food doesn't always look glamorous. Would you guys agree? But if it tastes good and you knew the ingredients that went in it, would you be okay with that? I'm not a chef. I don't pretend to be a chef. I'm not trying to make it look making the food look beautiful, but I do want the food to be healthy. I want it to be as clean as I possibly can, and I want it to taste good. So that's really what we got going on. We're gonna throw the veggies back in. Hey Jamie, thanks so much for filming.
You're welcome.
And thanks so much for coming to my
I'm
class
happy to be
today.
here.
It's so great to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm loving that you're here in my home. It's so awesome. Okay, are you guys starting to see how this has gone from start to finish? And is this helpful for you guys that are watching to see how this all went together?
Very.
Yeah. And how about all of you guys? Helpful?
That looks really good.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
And now
Even better.
what we're gonna do, because we're on live feed, before we wrap it up, we are going to sample it. So I know there's people that are watching that wish they could sample it, but we're gonna sample it. I'm gonna literally turn the heat off right now. We're done. We don't wanna overcook it. I'm gonna move it over, okay? And we've got some garnish here that we'll do on the top. So we're gonna sample some of this food. I'm gonna sample it to everybody. In the meantime, those people that are watching that have followed me, understand more of what I do. Everybody knows I do meal plans, and I break things down, but I also help you guys see with recipes and how to do this. And my hope with Crystal's Kitchen is to start adding more videos and recipes onto my website. Here you go, and you guys, yes, awesome. Pass the silver around. We got some plates. So our live audience is gonna sample this right now. And I'm very excited. But crystallowry.com is my website. You can learn more about what I do. You can fill out an online form if you'd like to talk to me personally about doing a meal plan for yourself or any kind of, thank you, put that in Jamie's seat for her, any kind of programs. But Crystal's Kitchen, I've got some ideas of what I want to do. And I'm going to start putting some recipes on my website and start doing videos and start making them available. Hey, Jamie, follow me over here. Can you see? Follow, follow, follow. Okay, Cecilia, there you go.
Thank you.
Perfect. See the steam coming off of you? Jamie, yours is at your seat, but you're almost relieved of duty of filming. But we're gonna keep passing this around. Let everybody sample. Oh, you're welcome. Jamie, any other questions from anybody?
It's really good.
Oh, you guys, I forgot to pass green onions around.
No, but you have a lot of people excited.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, good. Tell them I am excited that they're watching. I am so happy you guys are all on. Thankful that those of you that are here and able to experience this. And ultimately, the bigger picture and the bigger gift that I love, here we go, is that I get to share my love for what I do, health and fitness and nutrition and cooking and people, and just share and just show you guys that this is fun for me and I love educating you guys. So I know that the live feed hasn't been the entire Crystal's workshop. We started at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and it's 3:20 now. And we're still gonna go until about 5 o'clock or another 2 hours. And what's awesome about this class and what we got going on here is that you guys are experiencing all these recipes, all this food, the love and passion I have, but the education behind it. So let's get a scan, Jamie, if you wouldn't mind, before we hang up, but before we go off live, Is everybody loving it? Okay, and so what, is anybody surprised about anything or want to comment on what's going on right now in your palate, in your mouth?
Excellent. Very good. Clean.
Too busy eating.
Not too
Yeah.
salty.
Everybody's-
not too salty. That's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna close it just because our backlighting. Perfect. So everybody loves it. So now, how does it compare to eating something like this in a restaurant that has sticky rice and the high sodium, soy sauce? Anybody want to care to share like how this might be comparable for you?
And the brand was really good. Like it was almost like soy
Almost
sauce.
like soy
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah.
And just a hint of it, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not overpowering.
That's-
Some people, if you like that flavor, you could certainly add some more and sprinkle that on there, which if you guys want to, please feel free to do that. Anything else? Any other comments or anything on what you thought it might be like and what it turned out to be?
I really like the crunchy too.
They like the crunchy.
Yeah.
Are you noticing that from everything? The bok choy, the carrots, and the assembly of how I put it together. So there's a sequence. So we didn't want the veggies to overcook, which is why we removed them from the pan. Does that make sense? So it's just a systematic way, and I think this is helpful for our live audience and all of you guys as you're taking notes, watching, listening, and then tasting, is that you're going to see there's just a simplicity to what we're doing, but there's some steps and some sequence, and there's some foods that I've used over the years, but most importantly is I took that restaurant recipe and I made it healthy and I made it taste very good, and you can just play with it. Whatever, some people might not like certain veggies, some people might not like onions, some people might not like, there's different things and you can play with it. You could put celery in if you don't like the bok choy. There's a lot of different things. So I'm so excited you guys all tuned in. I'm gonna let Jamie get off of filming and eat, and we're gonna continue here in Crystal's Kitchen. We've got a ton more recipes that we're making, and we're gonna join us here. We'll do another posting to let you know when we're gonna do our frozen banana dessert recipe towards the end of class. So again, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I'm so appreciative. Jamie, do we have any last minute comments or questions from anybody before we sign off?
No, Todd Tolson thinks you're buff.
Todd, hey! Hi, Todd. I watch Todd. Todd is the pastor at my church, at Riverview Community Church, and he does a lot of lives, and I don't do as many lives. This is kind of new for me, but I love doing it, and I'm always inspired when Todd does it. So thank you, Todd, for watching and for your comment. Anybody else, Jamie?
What'd you just make?
Oh, we just made healthy chicken fried rice. And if you want the recipe, post in the comment. We'll get a recipe to you and watch the video that we just did, and you'll get from start to finish the chicken fried rice recipe. Anything else from anybody? Okay, awesome, you guys. Love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back.